Don't stop, body rock. Don't stop the body rock.
Welcome to the Geeks for the Win podcast, the podcast where we talk about our week as geeks. I'm your host, William, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
Twice in the same month.
Yes. A week apart, even.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
How about that?
Daylight savings time is bullshit. I hate it. Just want to get that out of the way. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
But just want to make that public.
I honestly thought that we were not going to have it, and then it just, because there was such strong talks last year about.
Well, yeah, it passed the Senate like 2 years ago, like in 2022.
Yeah,
and then I saw a TikTok that was talking about it. And like apparently it failed, and then it was reintroduced, and now in last year it was reintroduced, and then it's just like sitting dead.
Why did it fail? Who the fuck still wants it? There's no point to it.
It's all the old people running the government.
Actually, no. You know what? It's because it's not just the old people. It's how our fucking government works, and it's not just a bill for one thing. There's also a bunch of other shit that was tied in with it that had nothing to do with daylight savings. I can almost guarantee you that's what it was.
I mean, when you see news reports every month or so about government funding, government shutdown is imminent, like, why is that a recurring thing, Stuart? What?
Well, I can tell you why. Because
it seems so ridiculous.
It's so certain people get screen time, so they can be on the news.
Like, how many times? Like, yeah, it's just yeah.
And that actually came from a person at the Capitol, an elected official at the Capitol. He even said the reason it happens is for certain people to get news time.
Yeah, I feel like that happens. I see that in the news way too much. Like, didn't we just go through like, oh, the government shutdown might happen? Like,
Yeah.
didn't we just see that like last month, and we're seeing it again this month, and then like it happens way too frequently. It's ridiculous, but we're not here to talk politics because
fuck them.
Politics is a joke. Anyways, what have you been up to, Stuart?
Well, last night I went to go see Dune Part 2. It was good. It was very good. I can't wait for Dune Part 3.
I still need to see the first.
You haven't seen the first one? Come on.
I've been meaning to, especially recently. Like, I'm probably gonna watch it soon because it's on Max, right?
Yes, it is on Max.
Yeah. I think it's even on like Hulu too. It's ridiculous. It's kind of crazy because all these streaming services now, they don't care about having exclusives. Like,
no,
I'm seeing things that are like, wait, shouldn't this be on? Like, Deadpool is on Max, I think. And it's like, shouldn't Deadpool be like Hulu and Disney?
Yeah.
And there's so many other it's just like they don't care anymore, And a lot are on these free services now,
which is great. That's absolutely great.
There's a lot, like, I think a lot of Max's stuff is on like Freevee and like free services that that just are half ads, half the actual programming. But yeah, I need to see, like, okay, which has less ads, Hulu or Max? And that's where I'll watch Dune. There's got to be like a site that tells you, that breaks down like the ads for streaming services,
I bet you there are.
because it's a formula. So it's not like it's just completely random. Money's involved, so it's they definitely have it figured out. Like, at least, I mean, the streaming services have it figured out how many ads per hour. But yeah, been meaning to watch Dune. It, the thing that seems so silly to me is like seeing the images with them with the nose, the things in their nose. Like, it just looks so ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
laugh every
probably
time I see
haven't.
it.
You probably haven't seen the '85 Dune,
I
have
have
you?
not. No. If I have, it was way long ago before, and I don't remember it.
Yeah, I did. I did see it way long ago, and then when Dune Part 1 came out, I watched it again. It's a weird fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
like the '85 Dune is it's weird because it was directed by and adapted by David Lynch, who
Yeah.
is a weird fucking person.
Yup.
So it just that itself is, I think, what definitely made it weird. But these
Is
new
David
movies,
Lynch canceled for like bad things, or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't know.
It's hard to keep track of like
True.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I know you've raved about the first Dune, like the remake Dune.
Yeah, it was really good. Like and the second one was also really good. Except here's the thing. I accidentally drank my entire large cup before the movie started.
Oh no.
So I had to pee like 10 minutes into the movie.
It's like, what's that site? IHaveToPee.com, or like,
Oh, right.
isn't there
Yeah.
a site that breaks down like the best time to go?
Well, I saw it in IMAX, and our IMAX theater, it doesn't, because it's IMAX, the seats don't recline, and it's, old style where like the seats are kind of close together and you got to really kind of squeeze by
Yeah.
people. I'm a big
Yeah.
guy. I don't squeeze by people. So I'm like, we're not on the end. Yeah, I'm sitting here for the next, 2-3 hours. And I did. I held it.
God, I don't know
I had the
how.
longest pee of my fucking life afterwards. Like, it was minutes.
Austin Powers.
Like, it was minutes. I'm like, good Lord, it's not stopping.
Remember, like Austin Powers, remember that scene?
Yes. I literally thought of that when I was happening. Like, it's still going. It's still going. I'm Austin Powers. What the fuck?
Yeah, I've got to be like, I've got to, I can't do that. Like, my bladder is like so tiny. Like, I have to like,
I didn't think
I
I
have
would.
to like tiny sips of my soda to make it last. Cause yeah, like, especially it's like some of these movies are so damn long.
Yeah, I just looked up the runtime for part 2 is 2 hours and 46 minutes.
God, yeah. That's the normal now, for a blockbuster movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling there is going to be a part 3, just because of it was set up for part 3, and there is another book, because I'm pretty sure that that parts 1 and 2 were the first book, and there is a sequel Children of Dune, and I don't know if there's any more after that.
Oh yeah, waiting for Dune 3. 21 years ago, James McAvoy made a perfect TV version.
There was a TV version of Dune.
Yeah, that's what this article's saying.
I want to say it was on Sci-Fi.
I don't know. So my
Yeah,
question for you.
came out
Go ahead.
in 2000.
Yeah. My question for you. Did we get a lot of Florence Pugh?
Some. She wasn't in a whole lot.
I'm always down. I'm always down when I see like, oh, Florence Pugh, awesome. She's like my new favorite. Just because like, yeah, her performance as how do you say the name? Yelova.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's just so good. And like everything else I see from her, like I see interviews on TikTok, and she's just seems so like she's so likable and charismatic, you know?
yeah.
And she's big into cooking. I don't know if you know about that, but like she's big into cooking, and I've seen tons of stuff about her and cooking and stuff like that. So, you know, automatically have to like her. But it's a star-studded cast, right?
Yeah. I'll pull up the actual cast. I had it up, now I don't. I mean, yeah. Timothy Chalamet plays Paul, like kind of the main character. Zendaya's in it. Zendaya doesn't come in the first one till like towards the end, but she's in this through the whole thing. Josh Brolin is in it. Dave Bautista. Christopher Walken is in part 2. Stellan Skarsgård is an amazing. He plays an amazing role. But yeah. Javier Bardem actually brought some comedy into it. Austin Butler is in everything nowadays, so you know, like I'm pretty sure I saw a trailer for 2 more movies he's in before this. So
Austin Butler. Oh, okay, yeah.
he was the guy who played Elvis and got supposedly stuck in Elvis form for a while.
God.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, I definitely see Dune. Like it is, it's very good. Like I cannot. It's not like an over the top action epic kind of a thing. It is a much slower paced kind of movies, especially the first one. The first one really doesn't have a whole lot of action in it, and until the end. And there is a lot more in part 2, but it's still slower than a lot of other action movies nowadays.
Yeah, I'd definitely be watching the first one soon. Crazy. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of excitement I've seen about it. So I've seen a lot of TikToks of like the cast interviews and stuff like that. So
The thing I've seen a lot on TikTok is people sand walking, which I'm like, okay, that's weird. Because there is a special way to walk on sand and not attract sandworms.
okay. My question is, where did Timothy Chalamet come from?
YouTube.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
Okay, because
Yes,
like
he did.
I just feel like he just came out of nowhere. Like
No,
he just was like there.
he literally was a YouTube person, um, doing like gaming stuff.
Oh wow.
Like
Okay.
oh crap, because like they talked about it on like the game awards. Like they brought it up when he came on stage. Um, like he modded Xbox 360 controllers,
I think I
and
saw
he
something about
did
that.
YouTube
Yeah.
videos about it.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like just at least movie wise, he just like became a name out of nowhere. Like in the last 3 or 4 years, like kind of looking at his IMDb, yeah, like he wasn't in really anything noteworthy until recently.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks like Dune is like his first big thing that at least that I recognize. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Interstellar. He played a small role in that, I think.
Oh, okay. That's a movie I still need to see. Interstellar. Yeah.
Same. Well, it does look like there is a part three coming though, so that is gonna happen.
I mean, yeah, it's Hollywood. They always want it. If they can make it into a trilogy, they will. Trilogy or beyond, they will.
I'm looking to see how many books are actually in the series.
Are there a lot or?
Looks like it, but I don't know how many. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only five of them were written by the original author. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 were written by, I'm assuming, his son.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, Dune 3 has a big challenge. The next book isn't that great.
Yeah, honestly, the next book is not the book I thought it was. I thought the second book was Children of Dune. It's not. Because those are the only two Dune books that I know about, or is Dune and Children of Dune.
Ah, okay. I mean, it's Hollywood. They can do whatever they want. Like, they don't care about sticking with, you know, staying true to the source material. We've seen evidence of that countless times.
True. And I've not read the Dune books. I don't want to read them because I don't think I would pay attention to them, because they, with old fantasy and sci-fi books, the way they're written, I cannot get into them at all. Just because of how slow they are and like the type of words they use. And I can't get around kind of how like old sci-fi and fantasy books are written.
It looks like Audible's starting to make them like big productions.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like going to be like a full cast version.
Oh, there for the first one, it looks like there is. I don't recognize many of the names. I don't recognize the names, but because it was released in 06 before. Okay, before they started to get like actual actors to be audiobooks, you know.
Before a pandemic came and kind of like locked a lot of actors inside, and they needed something to do.
Yep. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't already like redone it with a big cast, you know.
Yeah, and you look at the next books, and it's like that list of narrated by is slowly going down to one person.
Hmm. Okay.
But yeah, you should totally see Dune.
Oh yeah. So while we're on the talks of the audiobooks and the whatever, did you see 1984? Is they're doing one for 1984?
Did not.
Some of the names: Andrew Garfield, Tom Hardy, um, other people I don't really recognize, but Andrew Garfield and Tom Hardy. They should work together more often.
Sure. Yeah. Uh huh.
Maybe in a Sony related project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, kind of excited about that. Yeah, those are the only two names I actually really recognize, anyways.
Where's this at? Because I'm not seeing anything about it. Oh, weird, because it did not come up. Oh, I didn't type in George Orwell.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't come up. I don't really recognize anybody else either.
Yeah. I realize I still need to listen to The Last Sandman.
I haven't listened to any of them past one. I haven't listened to two.
I think I listened to 2.
I I
Pretty sure I
I,
did.
I bought it. I know it's because it stares at me when I'm like when I'm choosing my next audiobook. It goes like, "Hey, we're right here. Next book, right?" Nope, I'm doing the one I just bought.
Yeah.
I'm on to the next Dungeon Crawler Carl book or the next He Who Fights Monsters.
I will. One of my things is that I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl. I finished the last book.
Figured you did.
Yeah. And I started some other ones. Do you just buy them, or are you part of the Audible subscription thing?
I buy them.
Okay, because I think it's cheaper to be part of the subscription because you can buy credits way cheaper than what the actual price of the audiobooks are.
Well, like what I do a lot of times is I'll look at the Kindle version, and then you can also a lot of times buy the audiobook along with it, and it's usually a lot cheaper.
Is it yeah, you can buy 5 credits for $56.
Okay.
So that's 5 books.
Yeah.
Like, that's way cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Depending on some of these books, yeah. But also, there's a lot of free stuff, like included in the Audible like subscription thing. Because like, I was offered like 4 months, like 3 or 4 months free or whatever when I when you were talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I was looking, and there was just a big banner that was like, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4, but it was like 3. It was, let's say 3 months free. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, and I've been listening to some of the stuff on the free like stuff they have, and one is this 3-part series called Level Up. It's a 3-book thing. I think it's Level Up.
I'm seeing a couple things with that title.
Hold on. Level Up series. The first book is called Restart.
Start.
Yes.
Okay.
The whole the whole series, the whole 3-book series of this is included in like Audible's like subscription, like whatever thing. So, this one's kind of weird. The I'll read the description real quick. At 30 years old, Phil is an unemployed gamer who struggles to make ends meet. His only source of income is freelance writing. When he feels inspired enough to add an article to his less than popular blog, his wife just walked out on him, leaving him without money, purpose, or food in the fridge. Um, on the day his wife dumps him, Phil receives a mysterious piece of wetware, a game interface seems to have implanted on his brain, which allows him to see the world through the eyes of an RPG player. Seems pretty good, right?
Sure.
Like, sounds interesting. Takes place in Russia. Pretty weird.
Okay.
That considering, like, there are some things that I'm like, not quite sure I understand. Like when they're talking about rubles and stuff like that, and then they'll talk about actual like they'll talk about rubles, and then they'll go into U.S. dollars, and it's like, are you talking about when they'll be like, oh, I borrow $1 million, and or is he talking about dollars or rubles? I'm guessing rubles. But like the fact that they go back and forth between talking about like actual dollars and rubles is a little confusing. And then I guess some of just the like all the currency stuff, like how much, it's the same with like kind of like anime. that, you know, we don't have a frame of reference on how much things cost with their currency and if that's a good price or not, you know. Like when you watch anime, things seem so much cheaper
Yeah.
as far as like stuff they can get from like convenience stores and, you know, going out for food and all the, and you know, like compared to here in the US. I'm always like wow, is this just like is this just for the story, or is this like how it is over there? Are things that actually that much cheaper than they are here? But yeah, basically he gets the implant where he has like an interface and he's able to see stuff like, you know, he's able to see people's names and stats and their like opinion of him, like his reputation, indifference, you know, 5 of 30. And then once if he does something nice to them, you know, he gets experience and he's able to level up and stuff like that. And it's interesting because like when he levels up and is able to get like points to add towards like strength, you know, or something like, you know, something like that, it talks about like your required caloric intake is now increased due to, you know, your body changing to, you know, accommodate for your strength. And he'll have to he'll get warnings about like, in order to, in you'll need 12 hours of you'll need 12 hours of uninterrupted rest in order to, you know, in order for the change to your body to, you know, because he increases like strength or something like that, you know. So it's like not just like, you know, it's not just something where it's like, oh, he automatically is just stronger. It's like, oh no, there's something actually going on making him stronger. um you know, there's actual like changes going on to his body, and it's not just actual magic apparently. um it's not as entertaining as like Dungeon Crawler Carl, um but
Honestly, I
it's
don't think many things are going to be.
it's intriguing. Like it was intriguing enough to keep me, you know, listening through book 1, and I've just finished book 2. um and it's a little weird because there's certain things the character does and I'm like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, what are you doing there? Like, you know, like
Hmm.
there's a part where he like decides to like open up a company or whatever, and he's using his like abilities and stuff because he has he has an ability where he, if he has enough like, um they're called, I think they're called like kit. I'm not sure if it's kit or kid, KIT or KID. I don't know, but like certain points, like points of reference for like a person, like, you know, their age, their looks, their hobbies, like, you know, certain factors that make up a person, details about a person. The more details he has about a person, if he has a certain amount, he can take that and basically find their location anywhere. And he uses that for certain things, and he's able to filter things out. Like, you know, he's able to take a person and be like, okay, let's and he's able to do that with businesses too. One of the first things he does is there's this street thug, um uh that he finds a job for, and he like finds a list of, you know, occupy or places that are looking for, you know, looking for or have spots available for work. And then he like uses filters and stuff because uh and it's later revealed that like this is how he's not the only one in the world who has this,
Okay.
but like because he was a gamer, his interface is different than other people's interfaces. his interface is more of a RPG gamer like interface when and other people who have this, theirs is a little different.
Okay.
But he's able to like filter things like, let's filter 90% probability of hiring this person, and then it'll show like if there's any, it'll show the ones available and stuff like that. And he decides to like try to make a business out of that. And it's like, wait, how? Okay, that's fine and great, but like another thing is he only has a year license apparently for this interface. So it's like
Okay.
you're gonna start a business using, that's based solely around you using this thing. But what happens when the year runs up? When the year, ends and you don't have this anymore? How's the business gonna succeed? Like, just certain things like that. That I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't quite understand this, but um like I said, it's enjoyable. More than anything, like I say, it was intriguing enough for me to continue to keep listening. So, and it's free with the Audible like membership. So,
Okay.
you know,
I
they have a
might check it
lot
out.
of stuff.
I
Yeah,
might.
they have a
Yeah.
they have a lot of free stuff that I've seen. A lot of lit RPGs too that I'm like pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, I've just been listening to a lot of books lately. I've just been in that mood.
Oh no, I have too. Like I said, I usually buy the Kindle books and the audiobooks, and I got that, with Amazon Kindle and stuff. They got that Whisper Sync, so
Yeah.
I can actually have it playing, and I'm following along in the actual book. So I'm like, okay, so that's how it's actually spelled, So I can get I can spell the name and I can pronounce the name thing.
Yeah.
But I was actually just reading before this, before we recorded, the third book in He Who Fights with Monsters. I'm coming up
Oh.
towards the end of the third book. I'm in the epilogue chapters, because if the third book apparently has like 9 epilogue chapters.
Holy crap.
I'm like, is it really an epilogue at this point? Like I get why you're calling it an epilogue, but you keep going. And you were talking about, like, with the level up thing, like, his body changing and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that happens in He Who Fights with Monsters too. Like, his body is changing, as he's leveling up. Like, he doesn't need to eat anymore. He doesn't need to poop anymore. He doesn't even need to breathe anymore.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
And you were also saying, that his interface is, different for each person, and it's described other outworlders, they see different things that make sense to them. And the one that was described was like, is a book that actually shows up, that only they can see. And for him, since he's a gamer, it shows up as a gaming interface. So I'm like, oh, there's some parallels there that I think is kind of interesting. But
I'm sure there's a lot that are like that. Yeah. In this genre. Like, we're
I'm
just
I'm
touching the surface of this genre. I
yeah,
feel
you're
like.
right. I'm sure it's a common thread throughout the genre. Um, but it kind of occurred to me as I was reading the book, like, the names in the book, like, he's in a fantasy world, but the names of the people, they're not, fantasy names. You got crap, like, like Dan. You got His name is Jason. So, and nobody thinks that's a weird name. You got Gabriel, Giselle, Rufus. There's a Thadwick. There's a Henry. There's a Humphrey. And
Thadwick's a little unusual.
It is, but it's not a name I've heard that name before. Like it's definitely a hoity-toity kind of name, but what got me was there was an elf that introduced himself. I'm Brian, son of Jeremy, son of Dennis, and I can trace my line back to Jeff, the Lord of the Hunt. Funny. I'm like, okay, it's just funny. Just like, okay. Like, okay, that's just, maybe these names should be more fantasy. Because that just made me laugh.
Basic names. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah.
But, yeah, I want to get to book 4 now because of what happened at the end of book 3 and why there's like 9 chapters of epilogue. Like I said, it makes sense, but still, because I think he may be going back to Earth.
Oh,
which is not something that happens in Isekai. They don't go back.
Except for that one.
Well, there are a couple where, you know.
Wait, there are a couple, yeah.
There are a couple that go back that they go back and forth, but
Digimon. That's they do that a lot in Digimon.
Yeah, Digimon, that was the one I was thinking of, but yeah, you're right.
What about the uncle?
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about?
I do. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There's saving 30 million yen for whatever that one was. Like she could transport herself back and forth and like brought like an entire modern mercenary group.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I remember that with like the tanks and all that. Yeah. Wow.
And then there's Gate, of course. There's they go back and forth with Gate. Cheat skill. That's the one. There's a door that goes back and forth between the worlds. Like it's not unheard of. It's just uncommon.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So I'm kind of interested in okay, I want to get to the next book. So.
Yeah, one I just started, because I read the first 2 of Level Up, and then I'm just like, I'll listen to the third one, but I want to maybe listen to something else because the Russian stuff has kind of gotten me a little like.
I looked up the author to see if he's got a Russian name, but he doesn't look Russian.
Like I think it's written in Russian because the Audible stuff talks about like translation.
Yeah, but on Audible, the author's description: an avid reader, gamer, writer, and self-confessed ice cream enthusiast, Dan Strugalinov, it's a Russian name. Passion for video games once propelled him to the elite ranks of World of Warcraft players. Okay, that's a weird name to have in your bio. Okay.
Yeah. But I just started another one where not all of it's free for the Audible subscription, but the first 3 books are, and it's the Tower of Power series. Which I think that's one where there's like 10. No, there's 6 so far. Okay, 6. So yeah, half of them are free, and then the half are, I guess, not, but they're free with the subscription series. the Audible whatever, which, like I said, that's how I'm doing it, because one, I got the free trial, it offered me a free trial again, which I don't understand how, like, some companies let you have multiple free trials. I guess it's like if you haven't been part of it in so long, but
Sure.
when I was just when the whole buying credits thing, that's the only way I could do it, because some of those books are expensive on their own, even with a little, your Kindle like
Yeah.
tip, when I was like, oh, I could buy 5 credits for like to basically making it 11 something a book. Like, that's not bad at all. Especially those Dungeon Crawler Carl books that are like, when they got to like 26 hours, it's like, that's worth it. I'll take that. But this one is more of a isekai. The first book is Guildmaster. The was it main character Morgan, he I guess he's a college student. They don't really talk too much about, at least so far they haven't talked too much about his life or whatever, but he gets hit by a car, not a truck, but a car.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough. And he dies. And he's greeted by someone who offers him the chance to go, basically to be reborn into a new world. Well, that's not reborn, but go to a new world and all,
So God.
the whole isekai thing. He says he's not a god though. Like,
Okay.
because Morgan's like, are you God? And he's like, I could be considered something like that, but not necessarily, And he's like, are you the devil? And he's like, no, but
Okay.
he's powerful. Yeah.
Like being X from um Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but it's like he's just powerful enough to, where he could be considered, but he's not necessarily a god, but he enough to where he's created his own world, So whatever that means,
Okay.
like,
so you're not a god, but you create a world. Okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, And it's funny because like the description, part of the summary is Morgan didn't usually trust strangers who seemed to have god complexes, but he was in a pinch. There was a crazy looking dude saying he is technically not a god on one end, and at one end of the tunnel, and blinding light on the other end. He was really not digging the light, going into the light type of thing. So he accepts the offer from the surly god, not god.
That surfer.
Yeah. Oh, surfer. Okay.
Surfer god, not god.
Okay, yeah.
It is an F.
But yeah. But and this is basically isekai, like,
Oh yeah.
straight up an isekai. He travels. He instantly, is teleported to the world and has to like fight like goblins, because he ends up seeing a group in trouble that are fighting goblins, and he ends up helping. He levels up, and he levels up pretty quickly, and it's interesting because and apparently there's like his goal is like to get to the tower, the Tower of Power type thing, and complete it. And if he does it, he'll, if he ends up like completing it, I think he'll, I can forget what exactly, but there's some big reward from this god, not god,
Okay.
and it's interesting because when he's talking to these two half elf twins, one female, one male, they end up explaining the world to him, and he they end up talking about like because you know he starts at he starts at level 1, but they have to train, they have to find a skill, you know, they have to find someone to train them in a class to pick, you know, like they can't just like pick a class, you know, they have to like actually go through all this process and training and real life stuff in order to get to level 1,
Mm-hmm.
where he just starts at level 1, you know, because like after the first fight he goes to level 2, and you know then he's talking to them, and that's where the realization is of like if you're not, and he's not the only one, like in the world is well aware of the, what are they called, the like the does the summary say that, I can't think of the name, but it's like the people who come, like the people like him who are brought into the world. Like it's well known that by this world that that's a thing that
Otherworlders,
happens.
outworlders.
Otherworlders, yeah. It's one of those two. I
Yeah.
can't, yeah, but yeah, he and like he's real like his tone in the book like is real kind of laid back, and he's all talking like, oh cool, and you know it's one of those things where it's like what does the temperature matter of this like type thing, and he has to explain to them, you know, well where I come from cool means like good, or you know
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
this type of stuff, you know, stuff like that.
Yep.
And then he realizes like he's, you know, it's like, oh it's amazing you speak English, you're not speaking what's this English, you're speaking basic, and you know it's
Yeah.
like all
Oh
that
yeah.
type of thing, and you know it's and he's real casual too, to the point where he'll like just be talking about stuff, and then he'll realize, oh maybe I should watch what I'm saying, and since I'm in a new world, and things might not be taken, you know, like the right way, and things might get mixed up and confused, and it it's a lot more enjoyable than uh the level up books, that as far as like the story goes, and the, you know, the it's more of the like dungeon crawler Carl type like enjoyability of it,
Gotcha.
you know, because it's just a real easy listen to so far. I'm only a few hours into it. I started today, but yeah, I saw like, oh, first three books are free with the Audible subscription, and then I think all of it's on the Hoopla app, so like I don't even have to pay for the series. So I'm like, hell yeah, you know, I'll take it, you know, and it's straight up isekai, like, you know, like I've been saying, like it's there's just it's like, oh, it's an anime isekai story, but in book form, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying it.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
I am too. Like, it's a genre we never knew. We said this last time. Genre we never knew existed, and we absolutely love
yeah,
it.
like yeah, and I knew there were like audiobook versions of the isekais that we've watched.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are audiobooks of Shield Hero, and you know, I don't know if is there one of Reincarnated as a Slime? There might be.
Probably. I mean, it's that one's incredibly popular, so I'm sure.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like those that I knew, but like I didn't know that like there were just like, which it makes sense because people like us who are fans of this that are also authors, you know, duh, of course they're gonna create their own world, and
Yeah.
you know their own isekai world. It's, you know, it's not just limited to anime, and yeah, and like I said, there's so much available that's free, you know, for part of the like Audible, like what's it called, Audible like premium.
There's two versions of it. Um, there's
uh,
Audible Plus and Audible Premium Plus.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got the premium plus. I don't know what the difference is. Explore all plans. Uh,
Looks like you might not get a credit once a month for Audible
okay.
Plus.
Which I mean, that's like the main reason to have it is you get that credit. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like with
So
the Audible Plus, you just get like the free stuff or the ones that are included.
okay, that's interesting. But yeah, there's I have a bunch. I have a bunch that I've added to my library, waiting to get to. And there's also like all these like podcasts, like like so many different Marvel, like some of those Marvel podcasts, like
Mm-hmm.
the one like Wastelanders. I don't know if you remember I think we talked when that first like was announced, where it's like Hawkeye and Black Widow, and it's like Old Man Logan versions like
Mm-hmm.
of these people. Let's see, what is it? Uh Podcast. Yeah, it's like
Marvel's
uh
Wastelanders.
yeah, Marvel's Wastelanders. It's like, Wolverine, Black Widow, Star-Lord, Hawkeye, Doctor Doom team up to stop Valeria Richards. Then there's like Batman one, then there's like Moriarty, where it has Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, Phil Lamar, there's so much content. Like just free part of the subscription, or part of the Audible subscription stuff, that I'm just like, oh wow, this is awesome. They've got the We're Alive, but like packed into seasons, like,
Yeah, I've been meaning to
which I
get back to where we're alive because they've done more stuff.
yeah, they have like like the first season is 10 hours, 22 minutes.
Like
And
I've listened to the entire like we're alive series, but they've done like spin-off series. Because I see it on my because I have it I have the feed on my player. Where is it? I did.
yeah, I saw that and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get back into that. Like,
Oh, here it is.
I can't remember where I left off, but
Yeah, Descendants I think is their current
yeah,
series.
that one actually costs a credit on Audible, but
Well,
like everything else is free, and it's in like, which, it's like, okay, that's going to be a lot easier than having to listen to one episode of a podcast and then for however long, and then go to the next step, having it like in a 10-hour chunk, you know. I'm like,
right,
oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh,
So,
right.
I'll do.
There was a spin-off series that they did called Gold Rush, and it had Christy Carlson Romano in it and Danny Trejo.
Ah, yeah, that's it. That's book 6, apparently, according to the We're Alive, a story of survival series. Yeah. So, there's that, and there's just a lot of interesting stuff that I have, like, just saved, ready, oh, when I get done with this one, I have this one, stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I didn't know there was like all this free content though, until I was just like browsing through, just looking through random stuff, and just happened to see, oh, this doesn't cost anything, huh? Okay, interesting, cool, yeah. But apparently, is Spotify having a subscription service too soon for audio stuff?
I mean, they kind of do.
Do they? Okay,
I mean,
I saw
if
some TikTok about it.
if you don't want the ads,
Well, I meant for like audiobooks.
probably because they do audiobooks now.
Because I
So
think I saw your Brandon Sanderson. I saw a TikTok of him talking about like they have a subscription service now or something like that. And I saw one where he says kettle corn is trash, and I'm like, I disagree. I quite enjoy kettle corn. But yeah.
yeah, because Brandon Sanderson's put his books on Spotify, not Audible, because he wasn't a fan of Audible's.
Is this stuff coming to Audible? Because I thought I saw something about that too.
What he did may have actually had an impact. Because like he wasn't a fan of like what Audible their what's it called? They're split between the artist and the
Yeah.
Audible, because Audible was apparently taking a majority of the sales.
Okay, yeah. Brandon Sanderson says deal with Audible is in the works. I guess that's what I saw. Great. More places for something to be is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Going back to the whole like streaming stuff, we were talking about earlier. So, but yeah, man. But yeah, this Tower of Power series, I feel like this one I'm really enjoying like from the get go, and it seems like a pretty good one. Like if you're a fan of isekai, this is definitely something good, and I I'm gonna get to what's the He Who Fights with Monsters, right? That's what it's called. I actually started it, but it just, I don't know, it felt a little slow at the start.
It's not action packed, and I think that honestly, I think the action in it, I don't think is actually great. I think it's more like everything else but the action. Because I will say that the thing that I do have a complaint about the book, and it's not as bad reading it, but listening to it, it definitely has. Because like every so often, it'll remind you what abilities do. Like it'll give you the abilities descriptions again.
Okay, yeah.
So like you'll get like a long list of what the ability does, and as he gets higher rank and all that stuff, that list gets longer. It's like here's what this ability does. Here's what it does at iron rank. Here's what it does at bronze rank. It's like, okay. And he can create a party. So now his party members see this stuff now. So you'll get those descriptions on their abilities too. It's like, okay, this fight is taking way longer than it should because you're stopping every so often to describe the ability.
Yeah, the I got to past a little, not too much past, but the main thing I remember is he defeated the wizard, the cannibal wizard dude.
Okay, yeah.
And then I think there was a snake involved too,
Yes.
right? Yeah. And then there's it gets a little fuzzy after that, but yeah, that's I think I'm an hour or so in. It says on my thing, so yeah, it felt like a slow burn, and I'm like, I don't know if
it
try
really
something else
is.
right now.
It is a slow burn, and like I said,
I'll come back to this.
The books don't seem to have an ending really. It's more of a this is the end of I hate to call it books, more like parts. Like this is all just one long story, and it's just end of part one, part two, because nothing really kind of wraps up at the end of books, except for book three. That definitely had an ending.
Yeah. Yeah, this Tower of Power though, it's like straight in, right away, stuff going on. You know, like I said, like he teleports. There's a goblin attacking a party that he ends up helping out, and they end up getting, joining a casual party. And I just got to where I ended. They just defeated a goblin camp. So, but yeah, this such a. I'm just baffled about how we didn't know this genre existed until recently.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of upset that like we started on like probably one of the best
We
to
we we
start
probably
on.
started at the high point. Everything down is now downhill from
Yeah.
here.
Although, like I said, the so far Tower of Power is very enjoyable. You know, especially coming off something like, like I said, Level Up wasn't the most entertaining, but it was intriguing enough for me to continue on with it. Of like what's going on, how is, because there's like certain conspiracy things going on in that one, in the Level Up ones. Kind of like mystery things going
Hmm.
on, which, if you know me, I'm a big fan of like mystery type things. So, but yeah, that's the one I just started today. I'm only like a couple hours into it. Very enjoyable, and yeah, I'm very glad it's it's I'm gonna be able to listen to this one for free, or with the subscription. Yeah. I mean, the way I'm going, I'm probably gonna just keep the subscription service. Like, after the 3 months, like, it's worth it. It's a lot of entertainment I'm getting. You
Yeah,
know,
sure.
and I was like sitting last night with dinner trying to find something to watch, and I'm just like, God, I don't nothing really interests me. Like, nothing excites me. Nothing like. I just don't feel like watching anything that's on these, right now. Like, I'm kind of in that kind of mood.
Yeah, I get you.
It took me a while to find something to actually like put on to watch while I was like eating. Because I don't know. I just didn't feel like I like to watch something while I'm eating.
Yes, I do too.
So,
I just found like the Spotify thing.
yeah.
If you pay for Spotify Premium, which is, it's been their subscription service, that is also the audiobook thing.
Oh, okay. So it's a part of the
Yes,
subscription service.
it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
not its own thing. It is along with it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not a big music guy. At least not in the last like 10 years. I've kind of fell off listening to music.
Yeah,
Kind of ever since I started listening to podcasts. That's kind of replaced like
I agree.
music and
Like
stuff like that.
every now and then I'll like I don't want to really listen to anybody talk anything. I just want to like scream with music. So I'll put something on,
Yeah.
but that doesn't happen a lot.
Cuz I like the aspect of like having listening to something, being entertained, and also having knowledge come in. Like, listening to there's a NBA podcast I listen to that's not like, I have a Thunder podcast I listen to, of course, but there's just a general NBA podcast I listen to. So I'm not just like ignorant on what's going on around the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that, or like comic book podcasts. Where comic book YouTubers talking about certain stuff. So like, oh, maybe I should check this out, or oh, okay, that's Peter Parker turned into a Green Goblin. That's very strange and weird. You know, like that actually has happened recently. Um, in the comic book world, stuff like that. You know, I like to it. You know, versus like listening to the same song over and over again. You know,
Yeah.
I just like to, I'm a nerd. I like to learn. Like I like to keep having knowledge and knowing more and more stuff. So podcasts are great for that. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So what else you got?
What else do I have? Let's talk about some anime that I've watched. One that I'm pretty sure you watched it and talked about it. Real Life.
Is this the okay? Good. Yeah, I think I know which one this is. Yeah.
Real Life is um, it's about a 27-year-old who quit his job like only like a couple months in, because like shit happened at that company and he wasn't happy there, so he became a NEET, and he got approached by this guy who like, hey, you want to go back to school? Take this pill.
Yep.
And the pill, I thought, like, reading the description, actually sent him back in time to when he was in high school. No, it makes him younger.
Mm-hmm.
Or he appear younger. So he appears to be a high school, and he goes to high school at
Which is very problematic.
at his age. It does become problematic. But he's aware of what, you know, I do. They acknowledge it, and he does.
Yeah, he's not a creeper.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't go along with it. Which, good on you. Not many animes do, or would. But and it's all for some research.
Yeah.
Place. I don't know. It's research. That's all they say. It's a research. They do research on what? I don't know. But apparently they've done research enough to make pills to make people appear younger. So yeah, it's it's way
I
to
enjoyed it.
like to use it to like change their own life in a way.
Give a fresh start, like
kind of, but like at the end they go back, but it's the experience that they had they didn't have when they were in school, and that, you know, it changed them going forward.
Yeah, it's kind of like training your social skills, having a way to train your social skills slash, you know, like, because, you know, high school compared to the real world is kind of like training.
Yeah.
Like, and if you were able to go back with the knowledge you know now, like,
absolutely,
you definitely, yeah. And that's kind of, yeah, that seemed, if I remember correctly, that was kind of like part of it, was like he was able to, you know, he has the, because when you're in high school, you're just a dumbass. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, you think you know shit, and then you look back when you're 30 something and you're like, boy, I was stupid.
Absolutely.
And I thought I knew everything.
I didn't think I knew everything, but I was dumber than I thought I was.
Yeah.
And now,
but like,
and now I know enough. I'm a complete idiot.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's like, I remember in high school, it's like, oh man, people think, oh, you don't know anything. Yeah, of course I'm not like that. I'm not like some of these other teenagers who it's like, no, you definitely are.
Yeah,
you're just like them. You're, you know, maybe not to the extreme, but, you know, pretty much the same. So yeah. It's pretty interesting. If I remember correctly, he comes across someone else who's doing the same.
Yeah, I
Right?
wasn't gonna spoil it, but
Okay.
and it's not revealed. You get an inkling of it towards the end, and then it's confirmed. Because there's like four like OVAs, and the OVAs actually do give it an ending.
Yeah.
So the OVAs kind of wrap up the whole story. And yes, there is somebody else who is also doing a real life.
Yeah. It's like it's an interesting concept, but like boy, in the wrong person, if you chose the wrong person to do this, oh boy, it could be bad. Like
Yeah.
very problematic. But yeah. And like you said, it's not as it's not as bad as like you would think being an anime, like
Yeah.
and how some things are. Yeah. The main character is definitely like a good moral character. And
Yes.
yeah.
So what about you? What else have you been doing?
Watch some anime. Let's go to my Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Yep. No,
Watch
that's
history.
that's
uh
should probably see a
no,
doctor about
no.
your Crunchyroll.
Um, I started a couple things that I just couldn't get into. Like,
Okay.
real quick, I'm just not in the mood for. I guess I watched the first few episodes of Frieren Beyond Journey or Journey's End.
You couldn't get into it because like that one, like everybody's fucking
Well,
loving
well,
that
no,
one.
no. This one, I said,
Oh, okay.
I said I just don't think I'm in the mood for it because
Okay.
it's very depressing. Like it starts out very kind of
It does.
bad and depressing, and I'm, I said I watched the first couple episodes and the first four, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back to this when I'm in maybe a better mood because the tone so far has been it's great, it's gorgeous looking, it's well quality anime
Yes.
for sure, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like I don't know if I'm in the right headspace right
Okay.
now to
I'll give you that one. Because I've actually only watched up till episode 16, and
yeah.
there's 26 episodes out.
Then I watched one episode of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really.
You kind of cut off there at the end.
Oh, the 100 Girlfriends Who Really. I think I said enough reallys for that. But
Again, you cut off the exact same place.
did I?
It's like really, and then stop. And I see your mouth moving.
Love you.
Love you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe RTX voice like thought me saying really so many times back to back was
Maybe.
like
Background sound?
that's interesting. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
In fact, you cut off the exact same spot.
That's funny. Yeah. But this one's about like, oh, the main character has confessed like to 100 times to girls in middle school, and he ends up going to a shrine, and they end up in the god appears, the god of the shrine appears and tells him, hey, you're gonna find your soulmate, and actually you have, weirdly enough, because I think he says like he messed up or goofed or something, you have 100 people who you're destined to be with, whatever, and but you can only end up actually being with one or something like that, and It's revealed like, oh, if you reject one person, like, because he immediately meets two people, and they're two of the 100 apparently, and um he he ends up finding out like, oh, if he rejects one, then the other one will end up dying or something like that. Like it's a
bit
little
extreme.
Yeah. So it's like, so that means like if he only chooses one, 99 people will die. Like what? And then he decides, oh, I want to be with both of you and all this and that. I just couldn't.
Gonna have
I
the
couldn't
biggest
do it.
harem in all of anime.
I just couldn't. Like when when one of the girls was like, "Oh man, if I have to be if the only way I can be with you is with you two timing me, then I am fine with." I'm just like, "No, I can't do this. I can't do this."
Yes.
And that's why I only watched one episode. Like it's just like
I get
I
it.
knew the title was gonna be something with that title, but like I didn't realize it was gonna be this much. Like, just
Gotcha.
yeah, I was just like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Um, then I started another one that I might go back to. It's just another one of those like this one seems a bit too serious for me. For what I want to watch, and that's Blood Blockade Battlefront. This one's about like there. I'll read the description. A breach between Earth and the Netherworld has opened up over the city of New York, trapping New Yorkers and creatures from other dimensions in an impenetrable bubble.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it seemed interesting, and I'm like, okay, cool, but like, it looks great. It seems good. Voice acting's great. But just seems a little serious and dark for what I'm wanting right now. It's another one of those like I'll come back to for sure. I watched the first 2 episodes of this one, and like the main character, he's got like this crazy eye that can see things and do like it's like a god's eye or something, and he something crazy spectacular, and he ends up joining this group that like tries to protect, you know kind of protect New York from these creatures and stuff, like this secret society type thing. And it's a whole thing, like, but it's just a like, this seems a little too serious and dark and gritty for me right now. Like,
Well, it's interesting because it doesn't take place in Japan.
yeah,
It takes
it's
place
in New
in New
York.
York,
Yeah.
which that's unusual.
And from what I can tell, the main character isn't. They don't say he's from Japan or anything like that, visiting or anything. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's very weird, but yeah, there's 2 seasons of this too. So yeah, I don't know,
Mm.
but it seems well. It seems like a well-made anime for sure. But like I said, it's just one of those things where it's like I'm just not in the mood for a dark and gritty like anime, and this is definitely dark and gritty. Like, so yeah, I just haven't been having luck with like you know
Sure.
for whatever reason, like I'm just not in the mood, like just not feeling it type of things. Or it's just something I'm just can't, like, with the 100 girlfriends one. I just like, no, I just can't. Like, this is too much. Like,
Yeah.
this is like a parody of the anime trope, but turned into a whole anime. Like, Seriously. Um, I need to get back to Shangri-La Frontier though. Like, that's one I need to get back to.
I think I'm gonna wait
I'm,
till it's done, and then I'm gonna.
is it not done? Okay.
No, it hasn't. There's a couple weeks still left in this season
Gotcha.
because new anime starts in April.
Yeah, there's a lot that are on like episode 8 or 9, or
Yeah.
at least have dubbed, that I'm just like, oh, I want to watch that, but I don't want to get to like, I just don't want to have like 4 animes that have watched up to episode 8, you know. So
Yeah. And there's one I'm like that I tell people I'm telling because I've told multiple people this. Don't watch it yet. Solo Leveling is a binge.
oh, I'm waiting. Yeah, you
Wait till
told me
that one's
for sure.
done. But I cannot wait for each week to come out so I can watch the next episode. I'm telling people to wait, but I'm not waiting myself.
Yeah. Man, I'm excited for April. There's some animes coming back for April that
I know.
I can't
I
wait.
know.
Yeah. I know you're looking forward to reincarnate as a slime more than anything.
That's number one on my list.
Yeah. Oh, what's the Jobless Reincarnated? That one, like the second part of season 2 of that,
Yeah.
because the way the first part ended. Oh man, that one. Are you caught up on that one?
Yeah,
or no?
I was actually gonna talk about it because I recently did get caught up on it.
Oh, okay, cool. Talk about it.
It went down a path because I stopped kind of right when he got his eye from like the demon queen or whatever she is.
Oh, the little kid.
Yeah.
Who's the demon queen. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like that's kind of around where I stopped watching the first time. And then I started watching again, you know, because I just started episode 1 because I had to remind myself of what the hell the story was. And when they eventually did get back to their homeland basically, and what happened between him and what's her name?
His cousin.
Yeah, his cousin. I was not expecting it to go there. I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That happened.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Very weird. Yeah.
It was very weird. And then what happened afterward with her basically just like leaving right afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
causing him to have a complete like separation anxiety breakdown.
Mental
in season
breakdown.
2.
Yeah.
I thought was fascinating.
I mean, the character growth of what's his name?
Rudius.
Rudius. Yeah, Rudius. The character growth of Rudius throughout the series is one of the biggest, I think, in a while.
Yeah, there are ups and
Him
downs.
starting as such this big pervert who's like, oh, my new mommy's breasts, you know, like just getting all, and then to where it ends now, like how much mature he has come, like,
yeah,
and how it's evolved from that, like,
yeah.
because I could see like the beginning of this anime turning a lot of people off,
And it did. Like the beginning, I remember when this first came out, a lot of people did not like Rudy because of that trope that people are getting tired of that pervert trope. At least Americans are. Like we're not.
Yeah.
We're getting tired of that trope.
But it's not long out. It's not too long into it where like it starts to change
No, yeah,
and he starts to
he
get
does
serious.
get better. Like he at the same time he's still a guy though. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
still a guy.
he's still a guy.
I mean,
but
hormones be hormones,
right.
regardless.
So I can't fault him completely, but like I am happy that it did turn away from that, and like I said, he got extreme separation anxiety, which then turned into ED. And I thought that was hilarious. Because he did end up, being reunited with his childhood friend, Sylph.
Which that took a while. I mean, that was like God, how long is this gonna last before it's realized? Like the audience knows,
like
but
the audience
main
knew
character
from
doesn't.
like right off the bat. Like we knew right off the bat who that was, but
it's like, is this gonna be the entire season? Like,
thankfully, it wasn't. It was most of the first half of the season.
First half, yeah.
But it wasn't the entire season. So, and I really want to see like this second part.
I'm excited, yeah. Just based on like, because like, man, the character has evolved and matured so much, and now it's like, oh, he's reunited with his childhood friend, and how wholesome this is compared to it started out where he was just the pervy, like you said, anime trope character and all this and that.
Yeah, because honestly, you don't normally get character growth in anime. Like it's usually like episode 1, what the character is, that's what they are at the end. Like, but this one actually has character growth, and I that's why I like it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely is a reason why it's one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm glad you're caught up, because I was afraid that it was one of those, because I was afraid it had turned you off because of like how it started.
It kind of did.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of did at first, but luckily, multiple people told me like, no, it gets better. Like you included.
Yeah, it's amazing how many animes there are like lately where that's the case. Like Shield Hero is another one where it's like that beginning's rough, and I could see it turning away a lot of people.
Yeah, and like, it's why I can't watch it. It's because how rough that beginning is.
I just can't watch that first episode, like, because I think it's the first episode, right?
It's either the first or second episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did a rewatch, but I skipped that like first episode because it just it's rough.
But it doesn't get better though. That's the problem. Like they still treat him like shit through the entire first season, and I cannot watch it because of that.
Yeah, I mean it does get better, but like he's still treated by some people that way. I mean, the Queen definitely.
Yes.
Once the Queen comes back and takes charge, things definitely get a lot better for him.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah. And Black Clover's another one, I think. Like, because Asta at the beginning is very but he gets a lot
very
better,
loud
I
and
feel
annoying.
like. Yeah, I feel like he definitely gets better as a character.
I think it's one of these. Not that one.
No, God!
Not that one either.
No, God, please, no!
It's been so long since I've used these.
No!
That just kept going. Nope. God damn it! Which one is it?
Which that's one I can't wait to come back. That's I think that's this year.
Hold
Black
on to your
Clover.
butts.
Nope. Nope.
Always remember to stay
Boy.
calm.
There we go.
Yeah.
I have another other one. Nope, not that one.
Holy.
It's not so bad. Smells like discipline.
Great scene.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Nope. It's got to be this. Is the last one.
Boy, you got a lot of
This
sound
is the
bites.
last one.
My magic is being super loud and annoying.
Yep. That was the one I was thinking of the
Yeah.
entire time. It was the very last one.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. But yeah, it gets a lot better. Like, and he tones down a bit. Where he's still that way sometimes, but not nearly as bad.
Not nearly as bad.
I don't
yeah.
know. Are you caught up with that by any chance?
No.
Oh man, it gets good. Like,
Now, the last thing I remember is they were just starting something with the Spade Kingdom.
okay, yeah, they were teaming up with the Spade Kingdom, or
They were
with
attacking
one of the
it.
kingdoms to. They were teaming up with one of the kingdoms to fight
Yeah.
another kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's the Heart Kingdom they were teaming up with because they're
Maybe.
the queen of the Heart Kingdom is like this big klutz, right?
I don't remember.
And she has like a water elemental, like. But yeah, that there's not too much left. Like,
Yeah,
from where you're at.
I kind of thought I was towards the end.
But boy, those last that the way it ends, I was like, what? No, you can't do that to me. What? No, I need more. Like, because there's some shit that happens. Like, some crazy stuff goes down, Stuart. Major like revelation, and with like, I don't want to give anything away, but man, shit gets real. Talk about character growth and stuff, man. And also, like, who doesn't love Chris Sabat? Like, as Yami,
Sure.
so good. Did you get to the part where they fight together?
Pretty sure that happened.
Yeah. That happened this previous saga because they fight that one demon devil, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, man. That comes back soon, I think. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I was seeing some TikToks of animes coming. I think starting in April. That's when a lot of these are coming back, and boy, there's some ones I'm excited about.
Yes.
And then there's some that I'm just like, when are we gonna get news on? Like, are we gonna get more of that? So what? I'm a spider. Like, I want more.
So do I.
I think that's one that has audiobooks. I think.
It does.
Yeah. But yeah. You got anything else?
I got one more thing. Another anime. And you thought there was never a girl online.
Ah, I've seen this one.
You've
I
seen
think.
it? It is a
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
it's about a guy who plays a game online, with and his guild in the game decides to have a real life meetup. And oh, surprise, it's actually all girls, and they all go to the same school that he does.
Yep.
Including like the girl who makes fun of him because he's a nerd, but she's actually a very closeted nerd herself. The student council president, who doesn't actually have any friends, but definitely seems like the type who would. And the girl who is insane in the way that she can't differentiate between the game and reality. Like in the game, the dude's character and her character are married, because that's the thing in the game. She acts like they're married in real life. And the whole time during the entire season, they're trying to break her of that. And how do you think you would do that? What is a way you would break somebody of their confusion between fiction and reality? How would you do it?
How, Stuart?
Well, I can tell you what I would not do, and that is create a club dedicated to online gaming and just turn on the club into online gaming where they spend the entire time playing the game. That would not be the thing I would do, but that's what they do. And you know what?
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Shocker. But they think it did.
This is one of those anime, like just so anime, so much
totally.
anime.
You got the beach episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beach episode. You got the spa episode.
Yep. Hot springs.
Yep. Yeah. It's an anime. But I watched the whole thing, and other than
sometimes
fact
there's nothing wrong with an anime. Like,
no, but the fact that like what they were going to, how they were trying to break the poor girl's perception of reality is the exact opposite of how you would actually fucking do that. Annoy the crap out of me from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh man, you have an alcoholic problem? Why don't you join our wine tasting club?
Exactly. Exactly.
What?
We go bar crawling every Friday. Join us. No.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But
yeah.
it is, it's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy, and it's all right.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I did start, I think. Where's it at? I started watching a actual regular TV show.
Oh yeah, those exist.
It's an older one. I was talking about like last night. I was trying to find something to watch while I was eating dinner, and I finally decided on something. I started watching Grimm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those shows like I knew about it, and it always like I'm into that type of show, like the supernatural type fantasy stuff. But like when it was airing, I just for whatever reason just didn't watch it. Like I had other things going on or whatever. And it's great because there are a lot of those out there that now I have the time to, that I'm like, oh, this whole season or this whole series is done. Okay.
Sure.
And there's like, I don't know how many seasons there are of Grimm, but like probably 7, maybe, I would guess, if I had to. How many are there? Grimm.
There's 123 episodes.
Come on. Episode guide. 6 seasons. Okay. So close enough. But it's definitely just like one of those where it's like at least the first season so far. I've only watched I've only watched like a handful of episodes, but it's like, oh yeah, monster of the week,
Okay.
But I'm sure after season 1 it'll evolve just like all shows that start out with monster of the week.
Yeah.
They tend to evolve and have overarching plots and stuff like that. The actors, I don't really recognize anyone. I mean, there's been like people who have guest acted, or been guest stars in certain episodes that I'm like, oh, I know that dude, or I know that guy. But I don't really know any of the main actors
I think
besides the chick from the Lois and Superman show that's out now. That's that and I want to say the where is he from? I remember seeing him. There's an Asian actor was he in?
Reggie Lee.
Yeah, was he? What was he in? Was he in Law and Order?
Lincoln
Is that
Order.
what I'm
Yes,
thinking?
he was.
Yeah, okay.
He was
Yeah.
in.
I think he
Okay.
was an
Yes.
attorney or something, or
Well, he was in an episode of Law and Order.
what was he? What's the main thing he was in then? Because I remember him.
Could be thinking of somebody else.
Maybe.
Because I think I know who you're talking about. And yeah, you're right. He does look like him, but it's somebody else.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Oh, he was in 16 episodes of Prison Break. That might be something that's the reason why I recognize him. I don't know. But yeah, there's not a lot of like of actors in this that I like know from anything else besides basically the main character's like fiance, who's Lois in the CW Superman and Lois show.
The main character looks familiar, and I don't know what I've seen him in. Also, he's the new voice of Batman.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's funny.
At least he did
yeah.
Batman in the Doom that came to Gotham and Soul of the Dragon.
Doom that came to Gotham was so good.
It was good. It was really
that
good.
was a really good one. Yeah, I really liked that a lot. Yeah, I don't recognize him in much else. So yeah, I'm scrolling.
He was in an episode of Veronica Mars. And his credit was Sneed Batman Guy.
That's funny.
The second credit too.
Yeah, a lot of like one episode's here, one episode's there type of things. And not a whole, doesn't look like a whole lot since Grimm either. It's always weird that that there are these like shows that last so long that the main actor, like that's the only thing they ever end up doing, or that they're known for,
Well, when you get like a show that's really popular, you probably make enough money.
Oh wait,
Or like you can.
what's A Million Little Things? He's been in 87 episodes of that. I don't even know what that show is.
Uh,
Some ABC show. I've never heard of that.
I haven't either,
Huh. Weird.
but apparently it's got Sean from Psych.
Ah, okay. Oh, is that the one dude from? Or I think they also has one of the dudes from. Was he from 40-Year-Old Virgin? The black guy.
Um, yes.
Yeah. Like, I I don't know why that's the first thing that pops to my mind, but
Oh, yep. I just looked. Yep, that's totally him.
okay. That's one of those movies where it's like it's so stupid it's funny. Like
Yeah.
that's where we get the famous Kelly Clarkson scream. But yeah. So started watching Grimm. It's all right so far. Like, you know, I don't on some of these shows. Like I say, I always expect the first season to be kind of slow and monster of the week because from past experiences they do kind of evolve. Like you have Buffy. It's the same way. Even like Smallville was started off
Yeah.
that way, but then it does evolve later on, and there is more substance to it and whatnot, and same with like Supernatural.
There's an image for Grimm on IMDb. I'm assuming it's a werewolf. This werewolf is very Teen Wolf.
Yeah, some of the like effects in the first season are kind of like like, oh, it's a werewolf. Oh, it's a werewolf, but instead it's like with rats.
Yeah, like this is like the first image.
Oh, yeah.
for
I
Grimm.
don't even think that's what I've seen so far. That doesn't look familiar to me, but yeah.
It's very Teen Wolf.
But yeah, it's something it's one of those shows where I'm like, yeah, I'll probably watch this while I'm eating dinner and one of those type of things. Like I'll slowly watch whenever I'm like I don't feel like watching anime or when I want to watch, because sometimes I get in the mood where I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to watch a real live action like TV show
Sure.
type. I get in moods where it's like, oh no, I feel like anime. I feel you know lately it's just been like I feel like listening to more lit RPG. That's been the big thing. So yeah. You got anything else?
That's all I got.
I will say, I don't know what changed, but I mentioned the Thunder having games on local TV channels
Mm-hmm.
on Fridays. It's now in 720p. Finally, it's at least it's at least that. Before it was 480i, not even 480p.
You can at least maybe read the text.
I can at least tell the difference between the players. Like, I can tell the difference between the players that have the same braided hair and sweatband and like, I can at least tell, if I had a smaller TV, if I was watching on a smaller TV, it might be better, but I'm watching it on a 60-inch, which I guess a 60-inch isn't too ridiculous nowadays, but Because I guess TVs are a lot bigger like now, right?
Yeah.
But 60 inches still seems like a big TV to me, anyways.
Yeah, it is.
Heck, I remember when 40 inches, like the first 40-inch flat screen TV we got. I'm thinking, Jesus, this thing is monstrous. Oh my God. Holy crap. Like, but yeah, that's at least that's at least in the HD family. Like, it's technically HD, not full HD, but somewhat HD. I heard something recently. Someone was talking about, oh man, it's not even HD, it's only 1080p. And I'm like, are you an idiot? Like, that is full HD. I heard that somewhere. I can't remember where, but like, that was a thing I heard on, I think maybe it was a TikTok review or of something or another. But, anyways, I guess we can wrap things up. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. Stuart's at Casual Terror. I'm at WillPlayGames _. I'm trying. God, I want to be on Twitter more often, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I never have anything to say. You know?
Yeah, I get that. Plus, Twitter is such a hellscape now, anyway.
Yeah. Or if I do have anything to say, it's always negative because the world is just a trash fire. Like,
Agreed.
I don't know. But also be sure to follow Stuart on Twitch at or twitch.tv/Casual Terror.
Yes.
It's sad because we're recording during our old D&D time.
It is. We will get
Yeah.
back to playing D&D.
Yeah,
We will.
I'm looking forward to that. Especially, it's hard. It's hard, Stuart, listening to these lit RPGs and stuff, considering my character, like my last character.
I know.
It's like, oh, dang it. We didn't even get to scratch the surface of the potential of the character. I'm going to reuse that character. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely am, because that's
totally.
the idea that I've had for a while that you and me have talked about.
Yeah. And I've told you about my next idea for the next campaign, basically making everybody like that.
Yeah. And after, like hearing you talking to me about it before listening to Dungeon Crawler, now I'm like, oh yeah, it's a D&D campaign. Like,
yeah,
why isn't this a more popular thing in D&D? Yeah. But alrighty, we guess we will catch you next time.
And remember, no animals are harmed making this podcast.
I actually meant to read some comics this week, and I just didn't get around to it.
I bought issue 1 of Ultimate Spider-Man, and I still haven't read it yet.
It's good. I like it.
It's there every time I open up the Kindle. I'm like, hey, it's right there. I see it. But I'm gonna read.
Yeah,
I'm gonna read instead.
I meant to read Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe Again, because that came out not too long ago.
Okay, so that's the title, not Deadpool Kills the Universe.
Yeah. And it's not part of the trilogy of that. It's like it happened again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that happened. That came out last year. Let me look. My hoopla. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe Again. 5-issue series. Oh no, 2022. Wow, it was that long ago. Wow.
2017.
It was the first one.
Well, on Marvel.com, and that's the year that it puts it at.
Okay.
Well, issue 5 came out in 2017. Which is the last issue, apparently. Nope, yep, the whole thing came out in 2017.
Really? It was that long ago? Wow.
Yeah.
When was the first one then?
July of 2017.
So I mean, the first Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh.
2011. Wait, really? Was that 20? That was. Oh God, Stuart. Oh my God, that doesn't feel that long ago. The first Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe was in 2011.
Sure was.
I don't like this world anymore, Stuart.
Well, that's weird because, yeah, on Marvel it says 2011 to 2012, but issue 1, it says issue 1 was published August 1st, 2012.
Huh.
But it's got the year, like
Maybe that
Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe 2011, published August 1st, 2012.
Maybe that's the trade. I don't know.
I mean, it's just the digital version.
But yeah, I've got the kills the universe again. I've got the DC Dark Knights of Steel, which is the D&D basically done, you know, what if DC was in fantasy land?
Mm.
I've got that on my list. I want to pick back up. I want to pick back up Saga. I want to continue with that.
Oh, I've not read Saga in a long time.
Yeah, like I may have to just restart that, but
Oh yeah, I would definitely have to restart it at this point.
it's so good. Like, God, I remember what was that movie? Valeria. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets. I
That's
remember seeing the trailer for that and thinking, "Oh my God, is this Saga? Like, are they making a Saga?" Because, like, you know, some of the some of the creatures look like they were out straight out of Saga. You know, man, Saga has some disturbing shit, though. Oh my God, was it? Isn't that the one where they have like the prostitutes who are just heads and legs?
The only thing I remember about Saga was the damn spider. That's the only creature from Saga I remember.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh no. An image. Nightmare Fuel.
You're right. Nightmare Fuel.
Yep. Well, just freaks me out, Stuart.
Nope.
But I think I think not too long ago they picked back up Saga. I heard. So.
Let's see. Yeah, on Wikipedia, March of 2012 to present, hiatus from July 2018 to January 2022. So yeah, it is still going.
And then I always want to get back. I want to do the Power Ranger comics, but like, that's a like I don't even know where to start with that.
Start with Shattered Grid, or before Shattered Grid.
Yeah.
Because that's the story you want to read.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just
But
Shattered
I mean,
Grid.
like before, like how much before should I?
There's not much
like,
more before it. Like there,
Oh, is there not?
no.
Okay. And there's also that. I remember they had two different Power Rangers like going on at the same time, right?
There was Power Rangers and Power Rangers Go.
Yeah. Hmm. And there's a series where Amy Jo Johnson's writing one right now. I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a TikTok where she was unboxing, I guess, different variant covers that she had gotten or received. It's like, oh, you have time to write Power Ranger series, but you couldn't have jumped in the 30th?
Yeah.
Oh, talking about remakes or reboots, that Crow reboot's coming out too. I'm not excited about that.
I'm not either. It does not look
I'm
good.
I'm a big fan of the first one. So it's one of my favorite movies, actually. Who's in it too? Isn't one of the Skarsgårds in it? Bill Skarsgård. Yeah,
Yes.
that's Pennywise, right? The clown from It,
I think so.
wasn't he?
Yes.
Also that.
Yes, he was.
Okay, I never saw it because I'm not a big horror guy. So we never actually talked about the whole Carl Weathers, right? Passing.
No, it didn't.
That was a big hit. Like, man, what a loss there, you know?
Okay, I finally found it. Because I was looking at like when did, like how far into the series does Shatter Grid start of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? It's issue 24
Okay.
is when Shatter Grid starts.
Is that before or after they introduced the one dude who's the Green Ranger after Tommy? And
They don't.
you know what I'm talking? Oh, do you know what I'm talking about? Or
No.
yeah, apparently there was another person who became the Green Ranger after Tommy in the comics, anyways. Matthew Cook.
Not a clue.
Sometime after Tommy, Oliver became the White Ranger. Matthew Cook became the new Green Ranger, working under someone else. Yeah, okay. I think he was working under another like Zordon type person, or someone who was associated with Zordon.
All right, this is a really cool cover. But what do you see wrong with this? I'm just gonna.
Hold on, let me full screen it.
No, here, I'll just send it.
Oh. Why is there purple?
Yep. That was.
Why is there purple?
Why is there purple and not pink?
Did they goof up with the coloring?
Maybe.
I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I guess like the little color around it looks kind of pinkish, but that's purple, like on the actual
That's purple.
costume itself. Yeah.
Yeah. That purple.
Has the new Power Rangers series started or no?
I don't think so. I've not heard anything about it. According to the Rangers wiki, it starts in 2025.
Ah.
And that's going to be the reboot series.
Strong argument here.
I have heard, I saw that. Like, yeah, you're right. Jenny is not a good character, but I don't know if I call her the most like, evil villain.
No, yeah.
But you're right. She's not a good person.
Oh, I need to look this up real quick. I saw this. Just open up Steam.
Oh, I did see this. And I meant to look this up too,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling that players can download it for free, but
Okay.
it'll cost something
Yeah.
for the Dungeon Master.
Once I saw it said player edition, yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Yeah, because that's what I noticed in the TikTok as well.
Oh, there's VR support.
Of course there is. I think I've seen this before. I think I saw this years ago. Like 4 years ago when we started playing.
Yeah. I guess the player edition's free now, though. As of March 4th, I guess it says on here.
That's what I can't find it. Like I'm doing a search for it. I can't find it.
Dungeon Full Dive?
Yeah.
Really? And nothing's pulling up?
Nothing.
Wow.
Oh wait. Probably because VR. I have don't show me VR stuff.
Ah, okay. Yeah. The GM version is $30. Players free.
I mean that's like I want to say crap, what's the other VTT? Fantasy Grounds. I think that one, like, it's free for players, but the GM has to buy it.
Ah, okay. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me how we play. Main issue is we don't have enough people to play.
I mean, we could, just you and me and have like a full on, like, you're the hero of the damn story.
Really do hope things are okay with Adam, though. To be honest, like,
Yeah. Did you ever
still a bit worried.
did you ever talk to Josiah?
I didn't. I meant to. Let's see. God, I have so many Discord things.
You have so many Discord things.
I did see. I think I got an email about there's new stuff with Leonardo, the AI. image thing.
I know they added like video. Like you can have add like motion.
I haven't messed with that in a while. Yeah, here's something from yesterday. Very exciting news here at Leonardo. Mhm. Yeah, motion. I guess more photoreal options. I don't know. It's just an email I saw. I was like, oh, huh. I haven't messed around with that in a while because we're not doing D&D. So that was my main purpose of messing around with that, was trying to make better character images.
Man, I would still like to know how a lot of these people get images that look actually good and not like, you know, absolute goddamn mess.
Well, there's a way to train a model, right?
Yeah, and I've used their like trained models, and they just come out like I don't know the right prompts.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Like this image right here, there is no way. There is no way whatever prompt I put in, that dog would look right.
Oh, he'd have 3 front paws.
He wouldn't. He would have a messed up fucking face.
Yeah. Or there'd be a second puppy face in the sky or something. Like,
Something.
yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
The little girl's hand is being like incorporated into the dog and like melding with the dog.
Yeah. Exactly. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know how some of these people can do what they can do, you know?
This one I'm pretty sure is not AI and just somebody just took a damn photo. Someone just took a damn photo.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't believe that's AI. Did manage to get some good ones, but one out of every couple hundred, it seemed like.
Yeah.
I love the 3D animation one where it's like, oh, it's my characters if they were in a Pixar movie. Then again, this one looked really is very photorealistic and that I created.
Yeah. I guess the ones that I always try to go with are like I always have like digital art because I don't want it to look realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was doing ones with like of uh Leah and was like, this is making her way too like attractive. Like, not that I want her to be ugly or anything, but like,
You can't make ugly people. Like they're always
yeah, it's like,
insanely attractive. All right. At the end, when we were playing, you guys found a Hellhound cloak. I tried to make an AI image of what the Hellhound cloak looked like. This was one of the attempts.
oh wow, okay.
Like, okay, not quite right. Another one I got was this one.
That's funny. And very, very disturbing when you look at it more.
Oh, you want a disturbing one? How about that one?
Oh Lord, yeah.
And here's the prompt that gave me that too. Cloak made from skin of a demon dog. That's what it gave me.
Yeah, I remember I had so many of like, oh, I just want the character to be cooking like at a campfire. And it's, oh my god, there were so many like, oh, why is her foot in the fire? Why is the tree behind her on fire in the background? Why, like, there's, oh my god, there's so many. There were so many issues I had. That's saved. And boy, there was a huge period of just trying to make ones of Brandy, and it just came out cyberpunk like, and I'm like, that I want fantasy, not futuristic cyberpunk. Like, stop it. It's like the prompt was like Archer, like Archer with pink hair. But it was like, oh, you want cyberpunk, right?
Pink hair, obviously.
You want this, right? No, I don't want that. Like, that's not that's not what I'm going for at all.
You want to go not going for it all. We'll read you the prompt before I send this one to you. A group of 4 robed figures, each with their own unique style and color, standing in front of a massive dragon, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead.
Okay.
This is legitimately what it gave me.
What?
Nothing of what I said is in that. That is a
Yeah.
goddamn house.
Yeah. Nothing of what you said.
And the model I used was called Monster Attack.
Interesting.
This was also one of the other options it gave me.
I mean, compared to the first one, it's better, I guess.
Kind of.
It
One,
has some of the words you put in the prompt.
yeah, I found out that it can't fucking count. I have found that out. Because I've tried multiple times of like doing four people, 8 people, like in one image, and it doesn't do it. Like this one, I said 4. It gave me 3.
Ah, man, I found out dragons are the word. It has trouble with dragons.
Dude, look at what I did. That was dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't know what a
'Cause it's like-
dragon is.
Is it a dragon or is it a worm or is it a like, you know?
Yeah, I have also found that it does not do dragons.
Because in my other game, my character had a pseudo dragon familiar, and boy, it wanted to just. I think worms are the ones that have like the multiple legs, right?
Worms are their arms are their wings.
Okay.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
that's a wyvern. Worms usually have two limbs.
Okay. And which one? I don't know. I just remember like it would want to give like so many. It just was not the right one. It was not a dragon. It was one of the other ones. I remember.
Yeah, drakes have four legs and no wings. Wyverns have 2 legs and 2 wings. Worms have two legs, usually legs throughout. Sometimes they're wings. All right, well, I'm gonna go.
Yep. Okay, I will talk to you later.
All right, see you. And thank you all for watching.